Did you know that you can make good plain Greek yogurt, we can even flavor it, at home with just 2 simple ingredients? And it's going to save you a lot of money. About a 1/4 cup of plain yogurt, or you can buy those little single serve ones, just one of those, and 4 cups of milk, whichever percentage fat you like. Some of the best things about making your own yogurt at home is that you can simplify this by making one type, as well as you get rid of all the preservatives, you get rid of some of the weird pectins and additives that they try to thicken up yogurt with. Just buy the most simple yogurt you can, plain, and go from there. Better than that is the cost. This, although not my favorite yogurt, it was on sale and it still cost about $3.50. If I make it at home, I can control the fat content, and I actually like a little bit more, and I can make it for $1.25. So when I make it, the average cost of milk right now for a 1/2 gallon is $2.50. I use half of a 1/2 gallon. So you do the math. Would you rather spend $1.25 and get wholesome ingredients? Would you rather spend sometimes up to $5? Come on, and I'll show you how I do it. I'm gonna walk through only one using the Instapot, but if you'd like to see the crock-pot option, leave a comment and I'll make that video and make sure to tag it in a reply. Okay, so here is everything that we need. About a 1/4 cup of the Greek yogurt, plain. I like to use plain in everything and flavor it as I go. That's another video, I already put it up. But once it gets down to the bottom, I usually just try to hold back about a 1/4 cup. Sometimes it's a 1/3. This part is not a science. So I ended up using other milk. So right now I've only got 3 cups. So it is about 3 cups and about 600 milliliters. Let me turn it around. Yep, there it is. Nope, 2.5 cups and 600 milliliters. So I'm not making a full container. So there's no reason to, again, it's not an exact science until you come to temperature. Temperature, these are my favorite because you can get a quick read. And you have to be sure you do not touch the bottom of your pan, because when it's on the eye, it's going to read a lot higher. You want to hover it in the milk to make sure you have the right temperature. So I'll show you how I do that. All right, quick and simple. Right now, all you have to do is add the milk, none of the yogurt, to the saucepan and begin a slow warming. We want to put this on somewhere in a medium to medium low. And you want to stir this on a regular basis and check the temperature. Right now we're 10 minutes in and it's gotten up to 115-ish. I'm checking every couple of minutes just to make sure nothing browns on the bottom so it does not come to a boil. And here's where we want it. We want it between 150 and 160. Happy spot is 155. We're almost there. There we go. And we're going to take this off the eye and let it cool down now to 115. Do not go higher. You'll kill the yogurt cultures. So, I am not believing I did that cheesy thumbs up that I can't stand seeing on YouTube. Oh well, it's under 115. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to add it backwards because I don't have a full container. When you have 4 cups, you can't do this. So I'm adding it to my yogurt. It's the right temperature. It's fine. That's our biggest thing to pay attention to, is making sure that it is 115 to 113, keeping it warm enough to deal with unhealthy bacteria and keeping it cool enough to keep the healthy bacteria nice and live. We're going to mix it and incorporate it as best as possible before we pour it into the Instapot. Don't worry if there are a few little clumps, they will work their way out in the wash. Sadly, I filmed this and I filmed putting it in the pot, but you know, there you go. It's right in the struggle bus with the lid. There it goes. All right, it's on and locked. And I like to make sure that the vent control is actually closed. I think the pressure buildup, which is not much, helps. Simply press the yogurt button. 8 hours later, we have yogurt. Now remember, I will give you the crock-pot method, which I actually like an awful lot, if you'll just leave a comment asking for crock-pot method. Okay, it's going to count up to the 8 hours, and I'll show you your yogurt. Neat how it says yogurt, isn't it? Undo it, and it will sing. And here is warm. Remember, it's warm yogurt, so it's going to be a little bit more liquid. That's our yogurt, and it is regular yogurt texture right now. I'm going to pour it out into here, and I'll show you the real regular yogurt texture. So I like to let the yogurt settle overnight so that a lot of the whey comes to the top. And now I'm going to show you how to make it Greek. So here's the whey settled to the top, or risen to the top just a little bit. This is pretty good texture for yogurt. You would probably want to pour some of that whey off. And if you like a plain yogurt, you're done. It's a plain, you know, traditional yogurt, thinner. Or if you want to just put it in smoothies, you're good to go. You don't have to do what I'm doing. But if you want to make it Greek, all you need is a bowl and a very fine mesh sieve that will fit in it. And I like to use just a cotton flour bag, flour sack cloth, not cheesecloth. It seems to be easier to maneuver when it's all done. And then just pour all this in. Look at that. We're going to use a spatula to scrape this out. Get all of it out. Pop this back in the fridge for a little bit. And then this is just going to sit on the counter for anywhere from an hour to 2 hours until it seems like the consistency that I want. Typically, I like to cover, just lightly cover the top so no flies or anything get in there, and let it sit for just a little bit. So now it's been about an hour and 20 minutes. You can see the consistency is very different. It is definitely Greek. Much thicker than it was when it went in. I like the flour sacks because they just seem to be easier to scrape and clean and pull out the yogurt. They wash up great. They bleach out nicely. And you'd have to use so many folds of the cheesecloth, you would just be throwing it away. I'm not about to waste it. But here's the best part. See that? That's some whey. Save that in a jar. And I've got a video to show you what to do with this later. So just the very simple act of making your own yogurt at home, whether you want to use it like regular yogurt, make it Greek, either way, whether you flavor it, whether you keep it plain and use it in multiple other areas, the fact is you have saved a lot of money. Most of those small containers are around $4, some are $5 and $6. If you're buying organic and you buy organic milk, you are still saving money on the regular organic yogurt. So you're saving a ton of money, and you've got health benefits of the fact that you don't have the additives. You can control the fat content to your liking, and you probably can't find some of those types in the store. So great advantage and a money saver, and it's really not that difficult. I hope that you'll share some of your yogurt making experiences with me here. Leave a comment. Let me know if you tried some of this, or if you've got another method. I'd love to learn about that as well. And be sure to follow so you can find out what to do with the whey and make the Lazy Lady sourdough. I'm going to start calling it that. And you can check out some of my other cooking and videos on saving money, as well as stretching your food dollars, and my podcast. So I hope you'll subscribe. See you again soon.